Let me have a few minutes because you know how I'm OCD and I have to get everything all straightened out.
I really have very little to say tonight, so you're going to have to
Really
carry the load.
I have a ton.
Great.
And we don't have that much time.
That's what I heard. So.
Huh?
You said you had a ton, so that's great. I'm just gonna...
Really? How come you don't have anything?
I wasn't feeling good. I just
Because I got a lot.
Right.
And you wanted to talk about that woman on...
Maybe.
Okay.
Why don't we just go with what you've got?
Okay.
Why don't we start with last week's chat?
Okay, I've got it all my notes here. What's the score? No, I want Green Bay. Because I hate what's his name? Brett Favre. I almost said Bart Starr. Because I hate Brett Favre. And there's nothing I'd love better than to see Green Bay win a Super Bowl without him.
Right.
Just, that'll be his legend. Oh, they were using those throwback uniforms? This is annoying. Okay, I gotta get rid of the phone. Oh man, do you have a fan?
Yeah, except for it's too noisy, interfere with the sound quality. It's rapidly cooling down, like it's gone down 10 degrees.
Oh yeah, it's down to now 101. Okay.
So I got a new location for the cam, it's a lot closer to you, so...
Yeah, I'm noticing that it's like all...
Sound quality should be dramatically improved.
Okay, but can they see my face?
Yeah.
Let me see what it looks like right now on the screen. They don't see my face. They see my...
You need to roll back like 3 inches.
Oh, is that what it is? Hi. Okay. Hey, before I start up, let me just ask something. You gave me your book.
Yeah.
And I'm a little confused. I've just started it. I haven't really read a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I'm confused before I start. Is this a manuscript of never been published?
I published it, self-published it.
Oh, you so it is out there.
Yeah.
You just sent me that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's already out there.
Yeah, yeah.
And you refer early on to a book that you're working on. Is this that book? You
Probably,
said
yeah.
like somebody came to you and no, you said that somebody came to you to write like 200 years or something of porn.
Oh, that was my first book. That was a history of Rabbs.
But that's not this.
No, that's a separate book.
And because like somebody asked you, you go, "You're gonna put this in your book," and you said no, and then you wrote it into your book. You wrote the whole conversation in your book, and I was wondering, is that this? I mean, I just don't know. Just maybe you explain it later on in the book what's what, but.
I don't remember.
But this has been published already.
Yeah, it came out in 04.
Oh, okay, so it's already out there, and people have already complained. I mean, imagine that they complain.
No, like a lot of yeshivas make it required reading.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, I get that. Oh, yeah, yeah, I buy that one. All right. Now I'm going to have to... You want to introduce us at 7 o'clock sharp. Let's go.
Okay, cue the Bach background music.
Oh, like we didn't bring in the
line. That's fine.
We didn't do the
And it's called a Moed Sukkot, and we got 2 Torah portions this week. I'm Levi, along with Rabbi Rabbs.
Hello.
And
Levi, thanks for dressing up for the Chag.
You're welcome.
Show what you're wearing today.
It's a very tasteful T-shirt and shorts.
Show me your legs. You got sexy legs, man. Work it.
And it's been 113 degrees today in Los Angeles. So
and there's no air conditioning.
It's about 108 right now in the hovel.
It's 108 in the studio, and with the bright lights on, it's going to get really hot.
Lights.
Everything is happening in here, and it's a really hot day, and this guy doesn't have air conditioner, so...
Do you have air conditioning?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We should do it at my place, huh? We should do it at my place. Could you do it?
We'd have to set up the...
Yeah. All right. I think this is where we're going to start. Last
week, did you have any...
Yeah, there's a few things I wanted to talk about from previous weeks. First of all, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that I was having a fundraiser and people should send money to me.
Mm-hmm.
And actually somebody watched the video and sent me money.
Wow.
They're not on my Facebook or anything like that.
Wow.
They saw the video, contacted me, and sent me money. And after, I guess it's been now 2 weeks since I talked about it that night, the money's starting to come in, and I just wanted to report that contributions from, I'll just say this, non-Jews, Goyim, have out-contributed the Jews by a margin of 3-1. It means every dollar that a Jew has given me, non-Jews have come through with $3. Doesn't necessarily mean that the non-Jews are giving more money, but there's more non-Jews giving money here.
Yeah.
So clearly not only is my audience non-Jews, but they're my paying audience. Okay, so obviously you go where the money is, right? Money talks.
Right.
My shows will always going to be tailored to who's
sending in the dollars.
Who's sending in the money, man. So if Jews want to, this is your chance to get back in the game.
Do you give people a forgiveness of sin along with
No, I'm not Catholic priest. No.
Okay.
No.
Do you guarantee their heavenly salvation?
No, I was working with a guy who was murdered his brother, and I said for $500 million he could be forgiven.
Oh, $500 cash.
He didn't see Godfather 3. Okay, never mind. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second was if you tuned in last week, Levi did the funniest thing ever. He reviewed my book in 7 minutes. And it was just like funny as hell. And if you haven't seen it, go to my YouTube because I put it up there just on its own. And it's just hilarious. He just did that. You did that. You didn't rehearse.
No, I wasn't prepared at all.
You just were like on a roll and just ranting, and it was funny as hell. But I thought, to do justice for the book, and somebody else mentioned, I think it was Leslie mentioned this on my Facebook, is that we have to, that was like the funny way, that was like making fun of me. It was a chance for Levi to catch up in because I always make fun of him. But there's actually, that's not the accurate synopsis of the book. So I just wanted to have a couple minutes to explain what the book is really about. The book is not even Levi made it all, for 7 minutes, all about me and all my problems and how much I'm complaining and this and that and the other, which is fine. There's some of that in the book too. But the truth of the matter is, as I explain in the book's not about me. The book is not about me. It's a very in-depth book pointing out many of the flaws in the Jewish frum community that are not discussed, that are completely overlooked, that nobody realizes that these problems exist. Maybe a few people, a couple people, but it's not mainstream. The mainstream frum community doesn't even have a concept of some of these problems. They have no mechanisms in place to handle it. And I felt, since I've known from a lot of these things firsthand, either because I've lived through it or because people have come to me and explained to me what they have dealt with, or both, I thought it would be, it was my achrayus, my obligation to report these things. So, and at the end of each one of the chapters, I usually will say, hopefully this will make some sort of change. And people will come to me and say, well, what's your solution? What's your alternative? Sometimes I don't have one. My job is just a fact finder and someone who presents the facts. I don't know what the answers are. I don't know how to create change. I wish I did, but even if I knew how to, I don't know necessarily it would help anything because I'm not in power, in position. There's other people who are more in power, and they need to be aware of these things, and that's why I wrote the book. And I use myself in first-person examples in a lot of things that have happened to me. Like, for instance, the whole thing about growing up abused and coming to grips with the idea that I should not have kids. This is a foreign concept to the frum community. So I'm speaking it from first person because there really isn't any other person who would know this. You need somebody who's lived through it who can explain it and says these things actually happen. And this is why I've chosen, and people should follow my lead because I know that there has to be other people in this community who grew up child abused. And in fact, I know that they were. And they have to be honest, and they have to follow my lead and not have kids. And that's like a big central thing. There's many chapters that somehow touch on that, no?
Yes.
And the idea of being a misfit and not fitting in, and I think that from